Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary direct from our newsroom, otherwise known as my Compost Heap. Let's see the stories we work on this week. Oh boy, hard times, people losing their jobs, losing their homes, and poor Peyton Patterson, who runs New Alliance Bank, formerly known as New Haven Savings Bank, when it was our bank. They had their annual meeting, the bank did this Thursday, and the bank's not doing that great, so look what happened to Peyton, who runs the bank. Last year she made $4 million. This year her total composition went down to $3.9 million. Now I know she's gotten tens of millions of dollars for taking that bank public and kind of screwing the public, but hard times for Peyton. If you look further in this report that was issued to go at the annual meeting, the 10K on how much people made, what got me was the board of directors. So these guys on the board of directors, Peyton's friends who let her make the big salary and everything, they get a lot of money just for showing up to a few board meetings. Joe Zaccanino, head of Yale New Haven Hospital, he got $352,000 just to go to some board meetings at New Alliance Bank and not even do a good job, par for the course. Nat Woodson from UI, $355,000 to attend board meetings. Julia McNamara, $350,000. Dick Grossi, $610,000. Woo! I guess it's not hard times for everybody. But it is if you own a car in New Haven. The booth finder? They now call it the plate hunter. If you own any back parking tickets or back taxes, they go around town, even to your house, and they scan your license plate. And if you owe those taxes, the towing truck's right there, and they take your car away, and you got to pay it back plus the extra money. Well, it turns out not everybody does. It turns out if you're a friend of the mayor, you might not have your car towed. Reverend Boise Kimber is a big friend of the mayor in New Hallville, rounds up votes. He was getting his car towed for this. He owed parking tickets. He ran outside, and they didn't take his car. Now, what happens is a marshal drives along with these tow trucks, makes some money to oversee the process. So he let him go. And the marshals used to be called sheriffs in this town. It's the same kind of thing. You get the position through politics. Turns out, Melissa Bailey found out when she was writing about this for The Independent, all these marshals who go with the tow trucks live out of town, and they're all involved in politics. They raise money for the politicians. They run the town committees in North Haven and North Branford. It's a scam. Now, we've been looking at the towing industry, and now there are 2 investigations going on locally. We think there'll be some criminal, and there are 4 issues to look at. It's whether there's favoritism here, it's whether who gets to be a marshal and make that money, and whether politics is involved. How you get on the towing list at 4 o'clock when they tow your car if you're at a meter. Turns out one guy at least opened a second towing company right on the same property, and he's now on the list twice getting more money. That's got to be looked into. And fourth of all, when those towers get your car, and if people don't come and claim them, they can sell them at an auction. At least one auction I went to turned out it was a sealed bid auction. You don't find out how much you have to bid to qualify, so people don't bid enough, and they keep the cars. Some of that money is supposed to go to us back, the taxpayers. So while the state regulates that, the city's involved too, because they pick the towers to go get the cars, and we're citizens whose cars are taken there, and taxpayers. Lot to look into. Oh, here's some shmura matzah. I'm taking that out of the compost house and it's piling into the house. Got this from Rabbi Yossi in the neighborhood. Thanks, Yossi. Passover starts Saturday night, where we eat the matzah and we ask, why is this night different from other nights? Now, often I find myself in New Haven saying, why is this city different from other cities? A lot of good ways, a lot of interesting ways. And I learned one way this week. While in other cities, if you're in City Hall, if you want to go upstairs in an elevator, you press the up button. Why in New Haven, when we want to go upstairs, we press the down button? I learned why this week. City Hall has 2 parts, the great historic renovation, the front, the Henry Austin front, where some of the offices are, and then the new part in the back. On some of the floors, like 3 and 4, they're not on the same level, so you have to push a 3R button to get to some offices, and a 3F to others. Well, there are 2 elevators in City Hall, and you can only take one of those elevators to get to the front offices. But here's the problem. When you push a button to go up, you don't know which elevator is going to come. You got to pray that you're going to get the left-hand elevator if you're going to some of those offices. Well, I found out how people who've been there a long time work the system. If they want to go up to an office like 3R or 4R, they press the down button, and here's why. When you press the down button, only one of the 2 elevators comes, because only one elevator goes below the first floor. Turns out that's the right elevator that also goes to both sides of the top floors. So if you go to 3R up there, or 2R, you press the down button, and the left-hand elevator comes. Then you go inside and you press 3R and it goes up. Till next time, this is New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. Remember, always clean your kitchen, have a great holiday if you're celebrating, and always pick up your trash.